officially the end of our sports talk. Now to get into a little bit of other talk. Before we get into our movies, there is something important that we need to talk about. Because, like I said last week, we're going to come back with a review every single week of Ahsoka. Because we like Ahsoka.
Yeah. Episode 3.
And we got to keep you guys up to date.
Let's do it.
Even though, we got to keep you guys up to date. So,
Ahsoka,
week,
episode 3.
We'll keep it really quick. We'll keep it short and sweet. So we don't take too long.
How much time do we want?
Let's give us.
I'm going to time us.
How long do you think? Let's give us
10 or 15.
Let's 10. I feel like 15's
too long. Okay, we're gonna do 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Starting now.
10 minutes. Go. So episode 3 of Ahsoka pretty much picks up right where episode 2 left off.
Yeah, you get Sabine like recovering and stuff.
Ahsoka and Sabine go off into space. They gotta go. Hey, we're gonna go look for Thrawn. We're gonna go see what's up with the shit.
Chase after the orb.
It's a nice episode. We get a nice little training montage between Ahsoka and Sabine, which was badass. It was fucking great.
Very remnant of classic stuff.
We also get a really nice space dogfight. Physics-wise, there are some things that go on that you're like, hey, it's questionable, but
but ships shouldn't be able to turn like that anyways in space.
I'm not talking about the ships. I'm talking about some other stuff. Yeah, flipping in space.
I get it, but like
it's Star Wars. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but so we have like some nice touching moments with Ahsoka and Sabine as they're trying to fight off, Shin, and then the other, we have Merrick in there as well, and like I don't know who else is in the other.
It's just like I think
fighter, just a random
generic guys.
Just a generic bad alien. And we have Ahsoka and Sabine. They fight him off. They get away. They go onto the planet, which is Cetos, because they're obviously going after Balin and seeing where they're fucking going. Yeah. And then the episode ends, and that is episode 3. That is basically what episode 3. I thought it was pretty good. I liked all the stuff that went on. I thought the training montage was cool. I thought the dogfight was awesome. Because again, that shit's classic Star Wars.
It also had very classic dogfight like vibes to it too, because I got I got the nostalgia of the first one that you see in New Hope, of like Sabine running back to the gunner and like calling out their shit across the ship and stuff. It felt very like Millennium Falcon.
For sure.
It was good.
I liked the episode. I really wish it was longer. Like the 30 minutes was not cutting it for me, because like you think about it, like there's really like 2 things that happen in the episode. It's Sabine and Ahsoka with the training, and then they get in the fight, and then they go on the planet, and that's it. Like, that's kind of the episode, which is, like I said, a lot of stuff that happened was really cool. I liked it a lot. I thought what they did was really nice. I just don't think it was, like, an episode that pushed the story forward too much at all. And I don't think we, like, learned anything new about, like, any other characters. Like, not even with, like, Ahsoka and Sabine. Like, I don't think we, like, learned anything new about their, like, relationship. Because obviously it's stuff that Rebels fans don't even really fucking know about. Because they don't even really fucking talk to each other. And it's just, I feel like there's a lot that we haven't been given yet that I would have liked to have at least gotten a tiny taste of with this 3rd episode,
Yeah, I was down for the length. We had like a tiny conversation about this over text already, but I wasn't. For me, going off of the first 2 episode premiere, this is a fine little stop off point for me before we get into the rest of the season. Because like I was saying this a long time ago, which is that like I don't know how much they can do with the show overall, because it doesn't seem to me like a IP that they want to like run for seasons and seasons and seasons. It feels like there's a very specific story that they want to tell, and they're going to take, as I would hope, as little amount of time as it takes to take that. So there's no fluff, right? But I think it's a symptom of that, because I don't know that we're further along than I thought we would be. Ahsoka and Sabine are already on the planet where the coordinates are to go find Thrawn, which is very quick to me. If we have 8 fucking episodes in this season, then that's way faster than I thought we'd be there. So the fact that it was a little shorter makes me feel that hopefully the next ones should be pretty jam-packed with stuff regardless of the length. But like I'm okay with the fluff taken out is my thing, because like by the end of the season, I'm just placing hope in the filmmakers here, right? Obviously, or producers, TV show makers, whatever you call them. But I think by the end, it won't feel like there was any time wasted. I could see how right now it feels that way because we're barely starting, and you want to keep getting as much as possible. That I do want that too, especially with Merrick, because that's another thing that I want to talk about before we hop off of this topic really quick. It's just the identity ideas about him or whatever. But
Galen Merrick?
That's so, because I heard that he might have let slip that he was in Ahsoka, the actor who plays him.
Yeah.
Because
it's Sam Witwer, right?
Sam Witwer, yeah. And in the game, they actually captured him. So to bring him back as an actor would be a pretty cool payoff. So I did see something that said he might have let slip that he's a part of the project. We still have 5 minutes. We're good.
Oh, beautiful.
We're chilling. I thought we were at like 10 already.
Yeah.
But I still don't know that would be like a super satisfying payoff because I don't think a lot of people know who that is.
Yeah. And I think without, like, if you guys don't know who Starkiller is, he's basically Darth Vader's apprentice. Yeah, secret apprentice.
Non-canon anymore.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played the Force Unleashed games, you guys should, because those are some great fucking
super
games.
fun. If
really
you want like Force, if you want to indulge in just like using the Force in ridiculously stupid ways, best shit ever. He's ridiculously OP.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be satisfying if it was Starkiller in this series, because I think what makes it satisfying is knowing that Darth Vader has this like secret apprentice.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the whole thing around it, is like, damn, that'd be crazy if Darth Vader had a fucking apprentice, you know, and putting yourself in the shoes of the apprentice, blah, blah, blah.
It'd be kind of weird if they just pulled that out of nowhere, though.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, this guy's name is fucking Starkiller.
Yeah, and he's actually been his apprentice all along. Like, yeah it would just be kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah. But I also am not a fan of it turning out to be Ezra. I don't really like that idea, but from what I saw in this episode, it inched me closer to believing that it is Ezra.
I've leaned more towards it might be Ezra, like, in disguise.
Oh, like he's playing the part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, maybe when him and Thrawn went to wherever they went to, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they got separated. Thrawn maybe somehow found his way back, you know?
You know, that
and Ezra was like, fuck, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe he didn't want to involve, like, the Ghost crew on some, like, crazy shit, you know?
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because this series is very obviously based off of the old book series written by Timothy Zahn called Heir to the Empire. And I'm pretty sure it's in the third book of that one. This might be a completely different story, and I could be fucking this up, but somewhere in Legends canon, there is a bit where Palpatine comes back, and
somehow Palpatine returned.
And Luke does that. He goes to the dark side and becomes Palpatine's apprentice, but as like obviously undercover and shit like that. So there's substance for it, right? Like in the material that they're pulling from. So that'd be cool. I could see it. I'd be down.
I think that would be more satisfying.
Yeah. Because then he's not like a thrall. If he's just like a fucking minion.
It'd be more satisfying than him being like, oh, he somehow got fucking turned to the dark side. You know,
that'd be bullshit. I'd be pissed.
Like, there's no Sith around him to turn him to the dark side. Granted, he has like dabbled in dark side, you know, the dark side of the Force, but not in any way where he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be especially after what he did, being such a selfless thing of like, hey, I love you guys, but I'm gonna take myself and Thrawn away into the depths of space that we don't even fucking know, because he's this threat that I have to protect you guys from. You know,
I could be down with the idea that Ezra has like lost his way a little bit and has maybe turned toward, because I don't think that you would need to necessarily have a Sith in the mix to turn to the dark side. Like, I think if you're a powerful Force user like Ezra is, and you experience hardcore negative emotions while also being isolated in a corner of the galaxy that you've never seen before, I see a possibility of him like getting darker, but not to the point of him putting on a fucking Inquisitor suit, like the literal people that he used to fight in the rebellion, you know? So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'd be satisfying, but the main reason that I was mentioning of like what inched me a little closer to that conclusion is he has like zero agency. You never see Merrick do anything in the first 2 episodes. He just like fights like a robot. Yeah. And then the first reaction that he has in the show so far that I've like really seen is he reacts to the Purgles, the whales. There's a shot of him flying when they're diving through all of them. Super cool sequence, by the way. Fucking beautiful. And he like stops for a second and he like looks back at them really quick. So I was like, fuck. Better not fucking be Ezra,
maybe.
Bro. That's it, but there's very, very small hint.
Yeah.
It's not anything to go off of. It's completely conjecture, but I did get the vibe.
The Purgles in that shit looked fucking sick. That was awesome. They look beautiful. Getting to see them in live action.
Cool. Yeah, and getting them diving in and out of all of them, fucking losing them in the fog and stuff was crazy cool.
I will say the money has been well spent on.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Everything looks like I said last week. Like everything, like has this grand scale to it. like this big movie, like cinema scale to it, but just in a show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's a nice change of pace from like other Disney properties that are shows that don't necessarily look as nice.
No, I think honestly, I would say it's like, in terms of production value for me, it's probably this and then Loki and then Mando and then WandaVision. Like WandaVision's a different type of production value. I think some people don't see the difficulty that went into making that show. That's a completely different conversation. But that show has ridiculous production value. Don't discount it because there's a lot of different shit happening in that show. But yeah, but it's far and few in between. They have so many shows for only 4 of them to be on that list. It, for me, is like, it's a small pocket of them who are using that CG budget well.
All right, this was our 10-minute Star Wars talk. Real quick before we move on, what do you want to see from episode 4?
Honestly, I have no expectations, and I'm like happy with that because I think the first 2 episode premiere blew me away so hardcore in terms of like how much it felt like Star Wars, but how different it was, that like I have no idea what's happening, and I'm totally cool with it, and I'm super happy about it.
Nice.
It's all brand new.
Awesome. Beautiful.
What about you?
For me personally, like I think expectation wise on like things I see, like I don't have any like crazy expectations on that, but I just want more like depth from the story, a little bit more. Like I feel like we could be going into Baylan and Shin a little bit more, but we just kind of haven't yet, you know. And I think this last episode was like a good opportunity to kind of maybe mirror the relationships of Ahsoka and Sabine, and then Baylan and Shin. You know
what else is unfortunate? Because I thought about that as well, and the follow up thought that came to me was this. Unfortunately, might be a product of the fact that Ray Stevenson passed away. Yeah. And so they might have had a lot of setup that they wanted to follow through with in like later seasons, stuff like that they just might not be able to do anymore. Because I had the exact same thought. I was like, wait, yeah, this is a good point to pivot over. But that, you know what else though? That could also be next episode, because the next episode is the halfway point.
That's true.
So it could be big.
Yeah, but I just don't want that to come at the halfway point. Like, give us a little bit of both. Like, not that you have to make them these super like relatable, like understandable characters and understand why they're like, you know, oh, they're doing bad things, but I get it, you know. But like give them like just a little bit more to where like I understand why they're doing what they're doing, because at this point they're just bad guys being bad guys.
I think they're also it feels very much to me, and like practically every conversation that they take place in, that they're setting up some kind of twist as well. So I think that's probably why they're like holding back on trying to give them backstory, because Baylan is somebody for sure. Like they're gonna do some kind of weird retcon where like he helped train Anakin with something, or they fucking fought once, or some bullshit like that. You know, there's like so much gray area in the Clone Wars section of stuff.
I've seen
he's gonna have history there.
I've seen he might have been Qui-Gon's first apprentice.
Okay, yeah.
Theory out there.
That could be cool. I like that.
This again, sir? Or are you good?
I'm okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, the asthma. I don't want to have to start puffing the inhaler.
I got you.
I would be down for that. I like that. Other random thing really quickly, because I was super tripped out when I thought about it, but what's his name? The robot? Huyang?
Huyang.
Huyang says to Ahsoka or Sabine or to both of them, he's like, you come from a long line of non-traditional Jedi. And I started tracing everything back, and I tripped, bro, because from Ahsoka goes to Anakin, from Anakin goes to Obi-Wan, from Obi-Wan goes to Qui-Gon, from Qui-Gon to Dooku, and then Dooku to Yoda.
Yeah,
which is wild. That's like the greatest lineup of masters you could ever possibly hope for.
Yeah,
no wonder Ahsoka's the fucking best.
When he said that, I literally thought the same thing. I was like, fuck, what is this line? And you just go through it and you're like, damn.
Yeah, no wonder Ahsoka's the coolest. Like,
she is the fucking
it makes
coolest.
sense. She's got so much fucking Jedi lineage in her training. It's like, fucking good shit, dude.
Yeah. But all right, guys, that was our true 10 minutes of Star Wars. More like 12 13 minutes of Star Wars. But hey, it's all good. For the fact that we did the 10 minutes.
We usually do like a 45, right? Yeah. So we cut off a lot. Yeah.
But all right, now time to get into what I like to call a little meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like the appetizers are good.
The main course is time now, though.
But when you have a nice steak and a nice, you know, some good mashed potatoes.
Classic.
I'm ready.